Good morning from Toronto. My name is Niall, also known as Barista Berries. I'm doing this as part of the April Athletes with Patrick Rolfe. And as you know, we're all in lockdown mode and it's a bit of a strange time. So I'm going to share with you my current brew methods and, you know, just bring a little bit more pizzazz in your day. So let's get right to it, I guess. At the moment, I've been quite enjoying the Kalita Wave, and historically I never really enjoyed using a flat bottom brewer. I always hated messing around with these papers. They collapse very easily. The coffee always gets caught on the rim, and I always found I would get really uneven extraction and never really enjoyed it. I enjoy simplistic things, even though I tend to complicate them for myself a little later on. So actually what I love about them lately is it allows me to make small brews, and I'm all or nothing guy. So I either do a very big brew of like 30 grams to 500 grams of water, or I do these small tiny brews where I can have multiple coffees at the same time. So this morning I'm not going to brew one coffee, I'm going to brew two. And the first one is this wonderful coffee from Sey. Sey for me are probably the best roaster in North America right now. Them and a few others have been doing really great work, but Sey in particular, they really focused on the quality of the coffee and work with kind of micro nanolots and only do wash coffee. And this coffee is a mix of variety from the Laurina region in Ecuador, and it's been one of my favorite coffees of the year. I fucking love it. And with that, I'm going to switch back over to Europe, and I'm going to do this Laurina from the barn. It is an anaerobic process, but normally I don't like the anaerobic process so much. It usually can taste a little artificial and not so pleasurable for me, but this is actually really enjoyable. It's very clean, and I think doTERRA as a producer are doing an amazing job, and the barn did a really great job with the roast. So I'm going to go right into it. So I'm doing, got my water here behind me. I got my doses here. Everything is relatively tailored. I'm doing 12.5 grams of coffee to 200 grams of water. It's always tricky to get the coffee out of the jar. My brew water temperature is at 98 degrees. Now, you're going to see I'm quite an aggressive brewer. I do believe in blooming and stirring, and as you can see, my home presence is not as elegant as my stage presence. That's a joke. And so I'm doing a 3-to-1 ratio on the bloom, then couple that with a stir. And I bloom for about 30-35 seconds. I don't care too much. And then the first pour, I bring it right up to about 100 grams. And then I employ my first spin. So I do the spin because that helps me catch all the coffee that's sitting up on that rim that I was complaining about earlier. So I'm going to do that here now too. So now we're at about a minute. My coffee is settling down, so I'm going to start bringing her up slowly up to 150. And then now I'm going to bring it up to 199, very specific. And that's a center pour. With a little bit of a spin. So these aren't very competition-like brews. I don't think I could do this on stage, it would be far too messy. But for the home, I really, really enjoy it. It's been relatively consistent. My extractions at about 1.4, 1.42, which is all relative, of course, it's not too important. But in terms of taste, it's been both were quite sweet. My hope is they finish brewing at about 2 minutes 20, 2 minutes 30. I'm not too concerned about that when I'm at home. I just want to enjoy the coffee, to be honest, and sit back and relax and take a moment for myself during these pretty messy times. I hope this is a benefit to some of you. I don't claim to be a master or an expert, but I do love this industry. We're going through some tough times right now, of course, because of everything that's happening. But I think if we all work together, it can work out quite fine. Hopefully you like these coffees, which I'm going to drink right now.